Hey guys, I'm Johnny Scoville and this is Chase the Heat. This is a video by request. I'm not even eating anything hot today. What I'm doing is, it's been asked a lot of times, people want me to make a video about the guitars that I have. So I'm going to do that. I've been playing guitar. I started playing guitar when I was a kid. I'll tell you a quick story. My mom got me took me to get lessons when I was about, I must have been 8. And the guy, I remember to this day the guy's name and everything. I do. And man, he was not fun. I hated it. He was, I wasn't engaged. He wasn't teaching me stuff that got me interested. Like, I've helped people get started. If you play one song and the first time I sit with you, you're going to keep playing. We didn't ever do anything like that. It was just, anyhow, I decided I was going to quit. And so one day we were driving to a lesson and I said to my mom, I don't want to do it anymore. I'm not liking it. She goes, that's fine, but you have to go in and tell him. This is one of those man moments. So I went in, I was a kid, man. I made the mistake of telling him at the beginning of the lesson. My mom didn't pick me up until the hour was up. So at the beginning of the lesson, I said, listen, I don't want to do this anymore, I quit. And he sat there for 1 hour and said, so what's the story? What's the story? And I kept saying that. I couldn't figure out a different way to explain it to him. I don't want to do this anymore. There's the story. Anyway, I didn't touch guitar for a long time. When I was a freshman or sophomore, I got a guitar. My mom and dad got me a guitar. It wasn't a very good one, but it got me interested in it. And I started playing, just tinkering around. I didn't really have any lessons. I just kind of picked at stuff. I tried to, you know what I did in the beginning? I used to, when MTV came out, for those of you that are young, believe it or not, MTV used to play music videos. No, it's true. I used to put a tape in, I'd go to work, I'd put a tape in for 6 hours, a 6-hour tape. And I would go through and watch the songs. And when it was a song I liked, I would put it in on super slow-mo with no volume and just stare at the guy's hands. And that's kind of how I taught myself. But I got a guitar when I was must have been a junior or senior in I was a senior in high school. I saved money to get it, and I spent a fortune on it. I ended up losing it in a ridiculous sort of situation. But at any rate, it took a huge chunk of time off. So I've been playing guitar for a super long time, but gigantic gaps in between. This guitar is stolen from me. It's been kind of a crazy road. Anyway, I decided this year I was going to treat myself and start playing. And guitars, if you don't know, are kind of like tattoos. Difficult to have one. It's just kind of the way it works. So let me show you what I got. This is the most recent one to my collection. Okay, this is a Gibson Les Paul. It's called the BFG, and it stands for Barely Finished Gibson or Barely Finished Guitar. And it's got a really cool pattern on the front. It kind of looks like, I don't know, like alligator skin or some sort of. You can sort of feel it, but it's got a smooth texture. What's unique about this guitar is it's got humbuckers in the bridge pickup, but the neck pickup is a P90, which is super neat. I'm not gonna play them all now, but maybe a different day I'll play them all in one video. But it's got a great sound. I want to get a Les Paul with P90s in both spots. And I have a couple that I'm looking at. But anyway, this is a great guitar. I really like it. It needs a setup. When I bought it, the guy said it had a setup, and he didn't. Here's the cool thing about this. Right after I bought it, I mean right after I bought it, Gibson discontinued this model, so you can't get this anymore. And this is a 2006 model. Or 2008, excuse me. This is a 2008 model, okay? Then I have, I really love Gibsons. I do. Then I have this one, which is a great one. This one is a Gibson Les Paul Jimmy Page model. And what's neat about this is that you can split each of these knobs. You can split it and get different sounds. So instead of having a humbucker, you can split it to make it sound like a single coil, which is neat. And this is beautiful. It's got amazing flame on the top. It's just a gorgeous guitar. I really like this one. Now this is chambered, which means that even though it looks like a solid body, there are sections where it's they use a router and they route out pockets, so it's much lighter. This one is very light. This one's fairly light. This one is about the same. They're both kind of light, but this one's beautiful. This one has the bridge pickup is much hotter than my custom, and that's all. This is a, man, I can't see it. I think I have two that are made in 2006 and one that's in 2008, and I can't remember ever which one it is. This one is the 2006. So the BFG is a 2008. This one's a 2006. And you might look at them and think, if they're all Les Pauls, why would you get different ones? Every Les Paul sounds different. And this one is my favorite of my Les Pauls. This is a 2008 Black Beauty custom shop. It's got 7 layers of binding on the top, 5 layers of binding on the back. It's just this is not chambered. This is a beast. It's 11. I think it's 11 pounds 6 ounces. It's a chunker, but it has the most amazing feel and the most amazing. This is the only guitar I've ever played that feels and sounds as good as it looks. I know there are probably a lot of guitars out there like that, but I just haven't encountered a lot of them. And then I have one more, which is completely different. This is a crazy looking guitar. This is a Guild X79. Very, very strange looking guitar. It's almost like a reverse Explorer. That's sort of like what an Explorer body looks like. So it's sort of like a reverse Explorer body. 2 humbucking pickups. The thing that I don't like about this, and believe it or not, it's one of the reasons I bought it. I'm going to explain. It's got a Washburn Wonderbar tremolo system and a locking nut. All right. Now, I had a BC Rich that I spent a lot of money on getting, had it put together for me, and a lot of money for me at the time. And it had this identical tremolo bar system on it, and I loved it. So I saw this, and this is a 1985. This is absolute vintage, really neat guitar. But I kind of got that for one reason. I like the guitar. I like Guild. I like this model a lot. Although I kind of wanted this on the guitar when I first got it, but then when I got it, I realized it's going to be hard to tell, but the base of this is wider. It's almost like this is the low E string. It should almost be like that and not like that. So it's almost too wide. This bridge, this tremolo system is too wide for this neck. So I'm going to put the original, I don't have the original, but I'm going to get an original tailpiece and put it on and make it a hardtail again. And save this tremolo system for something else maybe. But great 80s guitar. And those are my guitars that I have right now. And I'm kind of going to stop for a while. I mean, seriously, if I never touch another guitar, I've got amazing guitars. The Black Beauty. And all of them have names, by the way. All of them do. I'll tell you what they are. This one is Alice. There's reasons behind each of the names, but I won't tell you what they are. That one's Alice. Actually, I will tell you that one. I love Alice in Wonderland, one of my favorite movies, named after Alice in Wonderland. This one is Joan. All right. This one is Joan. I'm not giving you a reason for that one. And this one is Linda. There's a name for the other one too, but I can't remember what it is. Can you give me a minute? Can't recall what the other name is. But anyway, guys, those are my guitars. I played every one of them in videos once a week, usually on Thursday. I play guitar for a few minutes, but that's only on Thursdays. Every once in a while it happens on Friday, depending on if I've learned a song yet. At any rate, I played every one of these songs on video on the channel except for the Guild. And that needs a setup big time and a different bridge. The BFG needs a setup. And now I have a short in the wiring on my tone knob for the bridge pickup on my Jimmy Page. So I need to get that taken care of. But thank God the Black Beauty is just perfect. But anyway, you guys, that was by request. That was That's my guitar collection. Actually, you know what? I have one more, but it's a travel guitar. I'll show you that another time. Anyway, that's it. I'm sorry I didn't anything, but that was by request. So if you're a guitarist, that may have been of interest to you. But I love you guys a lot. Maybe I'll, when I get the bridge fixed and then setup done on the Guild, I'll play that in a video for sure. But I love you guys a lot. Thank you for watching. Right there is the pepper. Click the pepper when you do. You're on the bus. By the way, in the comment section, tell me what guitar you play with. And by the way, people ask me all the time what amp I play out of. Right now I'm playing through a Vox VT40X tube amp. So anyway, go to the comment section. Let me know what guitars you've got. List them all and tell me what amps you're playing out of. I'd love to read that. So there's the pepper. Click the bell for notification when the Dropbox happens. Select all. Right here's League of Fire and more videos there. Thanks for watching. I'm Johnny Scoville. This was Chase the Heat.